What is going on out there, peeps? All right, so there's a lot of back and forth going on over there in Iraq. We're going to get into that here in just a second and see where we are heading. As you guys are aware, if you're thinking about buying precious metals, give a consideration to our friends over there at Money Metals Exchange. If you are a first-time buyer and you spend more than $100, use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and you will get a free half ounce of silver. For the return buyers, from now, and it's going to be extended, as you guys are well aware, it's past the 15th until the end of the month, so I got to update my little sign here. From now until the end of the month, they've extended it. For you return buyers, you spend more than $200 on precious metals, use promo code PEEPS, and they will give you $10 back as their way of saying thank you. Oh, another thing, I showed this on the other video, but I'm going to show you guys as well. If somebody's made a fake account that's like mine, okay, and they're posting in there telling you to call this phone number, that's obviously not me. So one of the ways you can tell whether it's me posting under my videos, my name will be gray like this. That's another thing. So, or you could click it. If it takes you to my YouTube channel, you'll see my videos there. But for the most part, you'll just see my name is gray whenever I post anything, okay? So be careful, because there is somebody out there that used my logo, used my name, and created a fake channel altogether, okay? You guys know I got a group on Facebook called Pimpy's Investment Chat. It's been there for a little while, and a lot of you have already joined. We got almost 23,000 there. Feel free to come join us over there. The link is down in the description. It's free to do so. Again, I want to stress this just a little bit. It is growing really quick, so people are paying attention. I have 2 YouTube channels, and I have to separate the videos that I make. So the hidden things in front of your eyes is where I do a lot of my Pimpy news, conspiracy, the whole 9 yards over here. I'm trying to separate it from the other channel so that if something should happen and they want to punish me for a video, then it doesn't suspend both accounts, okay? Until my website's up, this is what I'm going to be doing. So again, the links for this particular YouTube channel is down below. Feel free to come join us over here. I will be posting videos in there as well as on this channel. You guys know about this, called LBRY, LBRY. It's just like YouTube. We have our videos there, except for they don't censor, they don't remove videos, nothing like that. And I think for people who watch the videos, they actually pay you in cryptocurrencies. So nonetheless, anyways, come join me over there if you guys are interested in just going through all my playlists. Over here, I don't have to worry about separating and making 2 different YouTube channels, because I could put all of them on one without worrying about censoring or getting in trouble. So come join me over there. It's LBRY. The link is in the description. Okay, here's what I'm talking about, going back and forth. So the Iraq parliament sets a single condition for solving the problems between Baghdad and Kurdistan. So they've been going back and forth, and new problems have come up. Okay. Again, they cannot move forward with the 2021 budget until this agreement is ironed out. Well, I say that, but who knows with these people? I just, they could be stubborn and still try to pass the budget, but I doubt it. And then later on make some kind of amendment. So it's, again, the reason why they have to be in the 2021 budgets, because in here we're talking about the dues and the fees and everything else that's going on. So here we go. So the vice president of the region over there in Kurdistan, his name is Talabani. He said that the high-ranking Kurdistan negotiating delegation visited on Wednesday evening. And so they had put out to their what they want. According to the statement issued after the meeting received by the news, Talabani clarified the contents of the meeting and said that the regional government is committed to the law of compensation for financial deficit and is ready to implement the consequences of it in accordance with this law, stressing that in return, he demanded that the parliament be an assistant to the implementation of the law and provisions and rights and financial benefits for the Kurdistan region. Okay, so the statement added that Talabani's statements in attendance of the meeting presented their opinions and observations on the negotiations between the 2 areas. Okay, they need to get this ironed out. This is really just holding things up. Now, this is interesting to me, considering, there's a mixture of different religions over there. But it said Parliament votes to make December 25th the official holiday to mark the birth of Christ. Very, very interesting. Especially if you have Muslims around there or other types of religions that don't recognize this same belief system as Christians. So I found this very interesting, but I liked it. So it's December 21st will be the official birthday of Jesus Christ according to Iraq, even though the real birthday is March 20th. Nonetheless, a new disagreement has postponed the discussions. The Baghdad and Erbil negotiations have kept the 2021 budget out of the government's last sessions. So this is what I'm talking about. There was some new stuff that come on. Keep in mind these articles are out of order. These ones as I scroll down are older. So you can see on the top that Talibani said, look, they got one issue. He made one comment about a demand. It's so one command about all this, but this is going on in detail. A new disagreement between them. It is holding up the 2021 budget. So you can see in here. Now, I did see something in here that was interesting, and I'll get to that. So it says a member of the Parliament Financial Committee on Wednesday identified a major reason for the absence of the 2021 budget bill from yesterday's cabinet session, while noting that there is a new dispute between Erbil and Baghdad. We don't need this. Come on, guys, get it together, because most of us really are anticipating what the rate might be in the 2021 budget. We know there's going to be some talk of a rate change in there. We will see. It said the reasons for not discussing the draft federal budget law for 2021 in the cabinet sessions are the existing differences between, again, Kurdistan and, Baghdad. That's what it is. But let me scroll on down here, because before I remember what the agreement was. Where is it at? Right here is interesting. I saw this. He explained negotiations between the two parties regarding the budget law have stalled and become complicated after Baghdad required Erbil to deliver 460,000 barrels of oil per day in exchange for its payments of the regional share in the draft budget law for 2021. Remember, it used to be only 250,000. That's a pretty good hike in oil. Anyways, I thought that was very interesting. We will see what happens. Nonetheless, we need these two to iron out their differences in order for us to move forward with the 2021 budget. This is just a replica of what was up there. I don't know why they printed it twice, but nonetheless, it was there twice. To discuss the law of financing the fiscal deficit, the Kurdistan delegation, headed by Talibani, arrived in Parliament. Of course it did. We just talked about it. Again, this is the same thing. Some of these articles are much, much more detailed, but it comes down to the same thing. Right here, though, I want to get to this part because this is what I'm talking about. That's very interesting. The delegation of the Kurdistan region, headed by Talibani, arrived on Wednesday and met with the officials to solve the outstanding problems, confirming the region's commitment to the law of financing the fiscal deficit, in which they will a delivery of Kurdistan's region is 250,000 barrels per day. So again, here they're talking about 250,000 barrels per day. And the article above is saying that Baghdad now wants 460,000 barrels. Man, that's almost a twofold there, man. I don't know about that. But nonetheless, this is what's going back and forth. They need to get this ironed out before we can move forward with the budget. Now, here's the one that everybody's asking me about. Anytime we talk about the exchange rate, people have a lot of questions. I think it was a month ago or so, we saw that the IMF was having negotiations, or so the news said, with Iraq about the exchange rate. So this goes on about it. Parliament clarifies the fact that the government entered into negotiations with the International Monetary System to reduce the price of the dinar. It said the deputy speaker of the Iraq Parliament denied on Wednesday what was circulated regarding the entry of the Iraq government into negotiations with the IMF to reduce the price of the Iraqi dinar against the US dollar. In a statement received by the news, the irresponsible statements by some personalities and parties who claimed the Iraq government had agreed and entered into negotiations with the IMF and international institutions and sought to lower the exchange rate of the Iraqi dinar against the US dollar, which led to a decrease in its value between global currencies in the past few days, and fears have arisen on the Iraq streets. So we saw that. I told you guys when we seen some of these articles, it looks like we went from getting 1,190 dinars for every $1. Then all of a sudden it was up to like 1,320 dinars for every dollar. Okay, so nonetheless, they're saying that that was caused by the rumors of this particular agreement between the IMF and Iraq. They're saying these arrangements are not true. It says right here, this is just as untrue. It's an untrue statement asserting that the only authorities authorized for such statements is the Central Bank of Iraq, calling on the media and news channels to be careful and accurate in making statements. Do you mean they got fake news over there too? The exchange rates of the dollar against the Iraqi dinar in the markets of Baghdad and Kurdistan rose again today. So this doesn't look like, wow, rose. So take a look at this. It actually went down, if you ask me. It says right here. So the news correspondent said that the central stock exchanges in Baghdad registered, so for every $1, $1,295. So that looks to me like it went down from 1,320, okay? But you can see here, yesterday it was down to 1,278. So it did go up a little bit, but that's okay. That's why you don't, every day it's going to change like this. But again, the different exchange rate that's international is set at 1,190. It has not changed. That's what people are asking me. I see what you see here, but that's in country. As far as our cost, whenever we're buying it, it's for $1 for every 1,190 dinars is what we have. So basically what they're trying to do is nip it in the butt. All these rumors, again, you guys, this is what we talk about all the time. We got to be careful about paying attention to what they say. We want to see what they do. So you're going to have rumors going both ways. Hey, we're going to benefit. No, we're not going to benefit. We don't care about what they say. We want to see what they do. We know it's going to be in that 2021 budget. Obviously, they've made it very clear that we're expected to see some rate changes in the new budget. So we are going to see International Monetary expects Iraq's GDP growth to decline by 11%. Now, this is interesting considering we just saw, I think it was a revision from Bloomberg and JP Morgan stating that there wasn't going to be no contraction in the following year. You were going to see a 6% growth in GDP. But now all of a sudden here, they're saying that the International Monetary Fund expects a decline in growth of 11% in Iraq. No, I don't think so. We already see that the price of oil is surpassed the expected $42 for the end of the year. It was at 50 plus. And it's going to continue to grow. So it gave them what they call unexpected growth for the quarter because of the amount of oil. As people get out of dealing with the Rona, there's going to be more demand for oil, and that's because people are going to be able to travel more. You know what I mean? So now the vaccines are going around. Again, this whole great reset, though, I don't know. They're already talking about, and I see Biden's already talking about this, that despite the vaccine, they want to keep it on lockdown. So I told you it's not so much about the Rona. It never was. It's about collapsing the economy. Is he going to be able to do that? We're going to see. So nonetheless, they're predicting an 11% drop in GDP, despite the fact that there's a lot of so-called experts out there expecting a 6% growth. So I think oil prices are going to go up. I think you're going to start seeing economies start to open up. Hopefully they won't try to crash them all again. We'll see. But nonetheless, as the economies open up around the world, the demand for oil will increase. This is good. Also, we need them to start financing these projects and new infrastructure. The closure of 6 headquarters of the Popular Mobilization Forces in Baghdad. This was big and this was interesting. It said the Popular Mobilization Security. So they announced the closure of the number of headquarters in violation of the controls and instructions in Baghdad. The Popular Mobilization Authority stated in a statement that it had arrested a number of violators of the regulations and laws during the process of closing 6 offices in violation in controls of the region. Now, these ones are usually the ARM proxy people you see running around, ARM ones. They're usually linked to the popular mobilization. So, yeah, very interesting. There seems to be starting to get a little bit of a unrest again over there. Protesters are starting to get stirred up just a little bit. We're starting to see ISIS become a little bit more aggressive again. And now you're seeing the popular mobilization group. Their offices are being closed down. So let's hope things don't unravel. But let's get this agreement between Erbil and Baghdad knocked out so we can get her done. That's what we're waiting for you, right, you guys? So somebody asked me, Pimpy, okay, if you think this rate change is going to happen, are you buying more Iraqi dinar? And I said, actually, I was thinking about adding just a little bit more is what I'm thinking about doing. I haven't quite set myself up for that yet. But you guys know, if I do, then I would definitely go buy it over here from the Nasera shop is where to go buy, you guys. So, because the store or the exchange I usually buy it from is out. They've been out for a long time. Now, Safe Dinar has it, but here's the thing. Many of you have told me that you bought from Safe Dinar, except for they keep telling you it's on back order for months and months. So here's the thing. Over here with Nasar shop, you could order it, pay just slightly a little bit more, but they'll mail it to anywhere in the world. Anywhere in the world. All right, you guys? So you get your Iraqi dinar here. For my subscribers, they said when you go to the discount code, use Pimpy, Pimpy, and they will reduce the price for you. They'll give you a discount. All right? So that's just a nice way for them to say thank you to my subscribers as well. But that's it for now, you guys. Trust me, I'm watching it all the time. Again, we need this budget to get passed so we can have an idea of what's going on with the rate change, all right? We'll keep an eye on it. We know what's in there. We just need Erbil and Baghdad to get their you-know-what together. Let me know what you think. Hit the thumbs up button if you're not a subscriber. Please do so because we do help us out the channel, and I surely do appreciate it, and I'll catch you later.